What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you my own content today, which I'm actually really excited about. Now, this is still very much Splinterlands related, so you'll see a lot of talk about Splinterlands. This is posted in the Splinterlands Hive blog channel, as well as in the thumbnail. You'll probably see something Splinterlands related. But I'm really excited about this. I'm a little nervous, I'll be honest, but I talked about it briefly on the live stream earlier today. So maybe you guys have gotten a little preview, but for those who are new to this, I am launching an NFT project, which I'm super excited about. I'm actually very excited about, and it is for Holy Autotuna, which is the my Rooney, I named my Rooney number 747, who recently collaborated with with yours truly, with myself, on a track called "Say My Name." And to me, that was the start of something that hopefully is the first step in a first small step in many projects that I would like to do with my Rooney, whether it's releasing music or doing other types of content with it in the future. So I'm launching an NFT collection. I'm going to get into the details. There is an official post out on PeakD or Hive blog now that you can go check out. You can see I posted it 3 minutes ago. So I'm going to do my best not to read this to you, but I do want to go over a lot of the stuff that I put in here. So I appreciate your patience. I'm going to try and not keep this very long. All right, so here's my Rooney. I don't know why the whole thing isn't loading, but I can go back and edit it later, and you can see you can watch the lyric video for the song on YouTube, as well as listen on your favorite streaming platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. So the first thing I want to tackle is the why, right? So why launch an NFT, and what am I hoping to achieve? So the main reason, or the top reason, at least from what I listed here, is I want to combine my interests across a bunch of different fields. So music is obviously a big and probably one of the biggest parts, but gaming and Splinterlands have taken a huge role in my life recently, with music and without music, right? Both working with a team and then just doing content here on the channel. And then the Web3 creator economy is something that has fascinated me for a while. And I wanted to do something that could combine my interests, combine my knowledge across these different areas, and do something that I thought could be fun for the community. And that's what the second point is here. So I wanted to give my community, so people here who follow this channel, who support it, come through, watch the videos, attend the live streams. I appreciate you guys more than you know. I cannot say thank you enough. So I wanted to give you guys, this community, a Web3 way to support what I'm doing, to support my work, while also being able to give a lot of value back to you through the NFTs. And I'll get into that in a moment. Going on to the next point, though. So using what I'm planning to use the proceeds for from this NFT launch is to cover production costs, recording costs, and any kind of like marketing that I'll do in the future, because whether it's recording, whether it's working with potentially other producers, getting songs mixed and mastered, or even getting lyric videos done, all of that has a cost to it. So I'm trying to, as the next one says, create a runway for future music and content and what I can do with Holy Autotuna. And I want to take a moment here just to be very honest and transparent with you. So for those who don't know, I do work with the Splinterlands team. I do music for the team. And with the recent changes that they've had, which again, I think it's a good, smart move from the team to make sure that they can survive for a long or extended bear market, but they did lay off some folks. And for me as a contractor, a lot of the work that I was doing has slowed down, and I'm not sure what it looks like in the future because the team is reprioritizing where they want to focus, where they're going to put their resources. So you could probably tell that the weekly lore has taken a little bit of a hiatus. They're doing these kind of smaller like lore shorts now, which I'm not involved in. But the point being is that I'm not sure what that looks like in the future, and that it wasn't an insignificant portion of income for me. I really enjoyed what I was doing and got into it. So part of this is to create a runway so that I can continue to deliver content. I can continue to, just focus on putting out, hopefully, what you guys think is cool stuff with Holy Autotuna. And finally, I want to build Holy Autotuna into a brand. I've talked about this many times, even before the Roonies were launched, right? Or the Rooney project was launched, I should say. And before I even had or minted one. I just like the idea now of a PFP, a profile pic kind of NFT project, and turning that into a character, a brand, or something. The first step of that, as I said, was making him into a music artist that has his own kind of personality and quirks, and does this fourth wall breaking meta commentary on what's happening within Splinterlands. And so I love the idea of that. I want to build it into something even bigger. I'm long term very bullish on Splinterlands, the game, as well as the company. And so, look at where they're at now. They're branching off into tower defense. They're branching off into Genesis League sports. So, I don't know what that looks like, but it would be cool for Holy Autotuna to find ways to get involved with all of the different things that Splinterlands is involved in. Again, Splinterlands, the company. So what that looks like in the future, I don't know, but I like the idea of being able to grow this project alongside something that has the reputation and stability and potential, in my opinion, that Splinterlands, the game, and the company do have. So here's the thing. And I'll read this out. So now, first and foremost, this is a project that I'm launching to offer those who want to support my work, art, and content a way to do so in a Web3 context. What I love about Web3 and NFT communities in particular is the idea that there's a shared ownership and incentive. So by growing Holy Autotuna as a project together, right? My hope is that NFT holders will be able to participate in any of the success along the way, as well as be rewarded in various ways along the journey. And I'll get into that in a minute here. So let's go into utility. I have some things listed out for current as well as future utility. So keep in mind, this is subject to change, but and I am actually open for suggestions for any cool things you would want to see me do where I could if you can find ways to help me add value to the NFTs, that would be amazing, because I want to work directly with you on that and do things. I mean, this is for you guys, so I want it to be something that's cool and fun and enjoyable for you guys. So I'm always open to suggestions. But that being said, let's jump into what I have currently planned for now. So the current utility is to use a community pool from the proceeds, and I'm going to get into the specifics of that later, but use a community pool to do weekly giveaways and have these giveaways be a little bit larger than what I normally do, coming in from that community pool. And these giveaways will probably be in SPS, DEC, maybe GLX, maybe cards, whether that's giving away cards or maybe delegating high level cards. I don't know exactly where that will be spent or but it's definitely something that will be invested into the Splinterlands ecosystem, and then the rewards earned from that and the earnings from that are going to be distributed to you guys, the NFT holders. The other part is tournaments. I want to do so much more with tournaments. I've been talking about this kind of nonstop. And if you've seen me or been following a lot of my comments in the Discord channel, I'm just asking a lot of questions right now about how I can create something that is not anti-competitive and that can be fun for everybody involved and not feel like, we're not getting into the bot conversation now, but you know what I'm saying. I want to create something that's fun, ongoing, and also just support everything that Weirdbeard is doing. So I'll give a quick shout out to Weirdbeard. So whether that's, private tournaments that I run for the NFT holders, or if I do plan on hosting public ones, obviously, and continuing what Darkest Night and I had done. So maybe there'll be benefits such as like reduced cost or free cost for people who do own an NFT, or maybe like a rewards multiplier for people who own like an NFT if they win, for example. That's what I want to do with tournaments right away. And as soon as the new year hits, I know that there's some ideas that I've been tossing around already for tournaments, both for the NFT project, but also, actually, I haven't even thought about the NFT project from a tournaments perspective outside of this. I want to run tournaments on the YouTube channel regardless, right? But depending on what the NFT holder base looks like, if there's an appetite for it, then maybe we can do some tournaments there. Now, future utility, let's go ahead and get into it. Again, this is all. I want to be very careful here, and I'm going to get into this in the last part, but I just want to be very careful that this is all speculation. This is all stuff that I want to put in. I don't want to make any promises that I cannot fulfill. And so this is just stuff that I'm planning right now. I would appreciate your help, your guidance, your advice, but I do want to get this stuff out in the future. So, first thing, esports competitions. This is kind of building upon the tournaments as I was talking about earlier. Uh, I've been already trying to set up some in-person events around the country, or at least in the places that I'm in, and so I want to use that to potentially jumpstart some kind of league, some kind of something. I don't know what it will be, what it'll look like. I'm hoping, and I've been talking a lot with Weird about what the team might be implementing from a infrastructure and logistical standpoint that would make something like this easier for me. But that's why it's kind of in the future, because if I have to run it myself, I'll try to figure that out. But if there's already something that's going to be put into the game, at some point in the future, I think that'd be awesome. And then guild support. This is something that, if you attended the live stream from earlier today, I'm recording this on Sunday. If you attended that live stream with Foyer, what's the date? December 4th, if you want to go back and look it up, if you're watching this in the future. He's got some great ideas on how to expand upon guilds. And I think there's no, from his perspective, there's no incentive right now for guilds to have it's still a very Web 2 kind of mindset rather than Web 3. They are moving towards that direction, but guild ownership should be tokenized, right? And again, this is kind of outside the scope of the video, but my point is that I want guilds to be something really cool, just as a player. But for people who are just starting out or who might join the game in 6 months or whatever, I want this project to potentially be a way to offer some kind of guild support. What that looks like yet, I'm not sure, but I want it to be something that can help push guilds in the future. Because if you've heard me before, you know that I'm bullish on tournaments and guilds. In the long run, I think ranked play is kind of meh. It's just a training ground where you can go in and test some stuff out. But I do think that competition, high-level competition, is going to be where the future of this game is if you want to be, if you want to earn at the highest levels. And so I talked about live event benefits already. Again, like I said, I'm starting to plan out some in-person events. I don't know what this looks like, but if there's ever any kind of cost associated, maybe there'll be a price reduction or a discount or free events or whatever the case is. But I want to be able to drive value to the NFT holders through something like live events. Collaboration opportunities. Now, this is something that I've talked about with actually several other content creators and Darkest Night as well. So, I don't know what this looks like, but I showed Darkest Night the song, for example, and he immediately was like, "Oh, well, it'd be cool to make a song for his NFT, which he so sweetly named Ape Shit." And if you haven't seen it, he's got one of the rare ape heads. So, I don't know what this looks like, but he gave me that idea of doing certain types of collaboration, whether it's music, whether it's other things. I want to be able to offer that to people who are NFT holders, right? And so I don't know what that looks like yet. Again, I know I'm going to keep saying that for lots of future utility, but I'm open to ideas and I want to do more stuff, not just with Holy Autotuna, my Rooney, but if other people hold a Rooney and are holding, one of the NFTs here, then maybe there's something that we could do to come together and create some value and create some content for the community. This part is probably one that I'm most excited about, but I'm still figuring out the technical, legal, and regulatory and potentially taxational framework for this. And that is the revenue share. So one of the biggest things that I'm excited about from a Web3 perspective when it comes to something like music is I'm excited about the crossover from Web 2 to Web 3, or this, what I'm essentially doing right now is trying to create a Web 2, Web 3 bridge manually, where every play, every stream that Holy Autotuna gets on Spotify or Apple Music, I want that to benefit the NFT holders. Right now, there's no direct way, and trust me, I've done the research on this because I want to do this with my own music for under Aftersound. But there's no way for that. There's no infrastructure for that because there's no regulatory framework. So I know that there's projects that are thinking about it, but they don't have it really set up. There's also a lot of projects. Those projects tend to be on Ethereum, which I don't think is conducive for something like this or the level that I'm at. But I want to have some kind of revenue share so that NFT holders can feel like they have some kind of ownership in the success that Holy Autotuna has, right? As a brand, as a music artist, as whatever ends up happening in the future. So I'm still figuring out what that looks like, but I do want that to be, if not a core, then definitely a pillar, or one of the pillars of the benefits that can go back to the community here. So that's something, again, future utility. And keep in mind, if you play a song, if you were to go and play Say My Name by Holy Autotuna on Spotify today, the music industry is still really slow and still really backwards. So if you were to play that today, it would take anywhere from 3 to 6 months for that royalty to be paid out, right? So again, I think that there's a lot that crypto as a technology can do, Web3 as a technology can do within the music industry, within the creative industry. And so I want to try and create at least a manual bridge for right now where, any revenue that's made, maybe a portion of it goes back towards the NFT holders or gets put into the community pool or something like that. So again, I don't know what that looks like yet, and we're still a little bit far away because the song just launched and it's getting some streams now, which is great. Thank you guys so much for listening. But that is one of the things that I'm probably most excited about for the future in terms of just having NFT holders feel like they own a piece. They own a piece of the success and wherever this goes, and therefore hopefully will be, as I said earlier, like shared incentives, right? Like it'd be kind of cool if people were like, yeah, I want to tell people to stream the song because I get benefits from that too, right? I think shared incentive is the beauty of Web3, and I really want to try to build upon that within the music community and within the Splinterlands community and wherever that crossover exists. And then more ideas are in the works, and as I said earlier, I am open to any ideas that you guys send my way. Okay, so here are the details. How can you participate if you are interested? These are being minted and sold through NFT Showroom, which is Hive's version of OpenSea or Magic Eden, if you guys are familiar with the Solana network. So for the artwork, I used an AI program to generate like different versions of my original Rooney. And I came up with 10 different dimensions, alternate realities, or alternate versions of Holy Autotuna that exist. So there will be let's just jump down here. So it's going to be sold exclusively through NFT Showroom. There will be 1,000 total Rooney. 1,000 total NFTs, Holy Autotuna NFTs. 10 different dimensions, and you can see the dimensions here are just colors, and 100 copies of each of these dimensions. Now, I just want to be very clear. There's no difference between any of the dimensions other than the artwork that's in it. There's no tiers. They're all equal. I just wanted to create different dimensions. Well, for now, I wanted to create different dimensions because I didn't want to have like 1,000 copies of the same artwork. I thought it'd be fun to have give people the opportunity to choose something that spoke to them, whether it's the color, whether it's the design, whatever the case is. They could choose something that fit their personality. But speaking of future utility, I'd love to do more with dimensions in the future. I don't know what that looks like, but I did put it in because I want to have more fun with that in the future, and that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. I always want to underpromise and overdeliver. So I would love to do more with dimensions, and so hopefully I'll be able to get there. Okay, so 10% of the sales from this is going to go into the community pool. And I also just want to call out that there is a 10% fee from NFT Showroom for the initial sale that comes in. So after that 10% fee is taken out, 10% of whatever I'm given, I'm going to put into this community pool. And as I said earlier, this community pool is probably going to stake SPS and go into maybe some of the Tribal Dex LPs supporting the Tribal Dex LPs for rewards. And I'm going to use those rewards to do the giveaways, whether that's like most likely the weekly like death cycle is that what's called? Yeah. Death cycle. Oh, a Wheel of Death, Wheel of Death for NFT holders. I'm probably going to put a post out on this too, just so that it can be specific. But one of the cool things with doing these weekly giveaways, as I mentioned earlier, I'm probably going to do them on Thursdays right now. Just putting that out there for you guys. But the idea is that when I do these giveaways, you have to be present on the live stream for them. So this changes because now, let's say the live streams aren't at a time that's convenient for you, but you support the channel, you support this. Owning an NFT will get you into the Wheel of Death Wheel of Death giveaways. And I'll probably end up doing 2 different giveaways, right? One for the channel and one for the NFT holders. That's just kind of where my head's at right now. Again, don't hold me to it, but that's what I'm thinking of, and I will probably try to put out a post or something that will put that more or set that more in stone than what it is right now. But just want to give a little preface for it, and just let you know that you don't need to be present for the live streams, because this is something that will be given out whether you're there or not, simply because you supported me. So I appreciate that. All right, and finally, the price. So the price right now is at 150 Hive. I'm trying to keep it around 50 USD, and I do want to put a little disclaimer here that the Hive price is subject to change with any major market swings. If Hive goes too high or too low, I'll probably adjust the Hive price so that it stays around that $50 range. And so, obviously, if it goes too high, I don't want people to be priced out. And if it goes too low, then that kind of defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to do here. So I'll be watching that, and just want to let you know that I reserve the right to, or price is subject to change if the market swings in any way specifically. And then here, I will just say to close, okay? And I know this video has already been long, so I appreciate you guys sticking with me. But to close, I'd like to give a few thoughts on my overall perspective with this. My goal is to be transparent and open with you throughout the whole thing. This is my first time launching a project like this. I'm sure there's going to be some hiccups, and I just appreciate the patience and support that you guys have had for me, and hopefully will continue to have for me along this journey. Also, I want to be very clear about this. The NFTs are already for sale. I do not expect them to sell out. I'm not trying to create unnecessary hype, because I don't want there to be a fast sellout. I mean, it'd be awesome, obviously, right? But that's not my goal with this. My goal, and I wrote it down better here, so let's see. Also, I don't expect this to sell out ASAP, nor am I trying to create any kind of unnecessary hype around it. I want to make sure that it's awesome. I want to make it awesome, and I want it to bring you value. Maybe that's financially, maybe that's emotionally, maybe that's through different opportunities, maybe it's a mix of it all. But I want to use my time, I want to use my talent, and to do that over the long run. So, whether one sells today or all of them sell today, it doesn't matter to me. I want to work towards this in the long run, and yeah, just create something that is awesome, that people who are here and a part of this community and want to support in this way can feel like they're getting value back, and part of a project that hopefully we'll do some awesome and really cool things in the future. So for those who want to be part of that journey, I appreciate you more than you know, and I'm excited to get started. So please feel free to reach out on Discord or Instagram, or email. I guess I can throw my email in there too if you have any questions. And I will put these links in the show notes as well. So I have a Discord server, like an Aftersound Discord server, which I have not been active on at all. But with something like this, I want to have a central hub where people can come in and ask questions if they can't reach me directly for whatever reason. So that Discord link is here, and like I said, I'll put it in the show notes, comment section below, as well as a link to the NFT showroom collection page and my Instagram if you're interested. And just so you can see what these artworks look like, here you go. You can get a little preview. Again, that is all I have for you guys in this video. I do just want to once again close out and say nothing on the channel is going to change. Okay, nothing on the channel is going to change. I will still be bringing content. I will still be focused on Splinterlands, potentially some other games, other projects. This is going to be something that is set outside. So I don't want people to ever think that I'm trying to gate my content, or that I'm trying to put I'm trying to just create barriers. If you've been following this channel and you've just been supporting by showing up, liking videos, watching, attending live streams, that is awesome. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Nothing's going to change for you, right? If you don't want to go into this NFT project, this channel will still remain the same. I will still be putting out content. I'm still very excited and bullish about Splinterlands. So I don't want you to have any fear there that you need to go and buy one of these NFTs now to be, to get benefits from the channel. I still want to do stuff with the channel. All I'm trying to do is create a Web3 community around what I do as an artist, as a creator, that can hopefully grow and build into something awesome. And again, for those who want to be part of that, I welcome you on the journey. I'm excited, and we're just getting started. So thank you so much. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.